I got to tell you, I feel like I've got demons running all through me today. Or it could just be a lack of sleep. Either way, tighten up your lug nuts because the wheels are coming off. From Hollywood, it's the world famous Mojo Elliott here to rap about the stuff nobody really gives a rat's ass about until you do. Alexa, what day is it?
It's Tuesday, October 8th.
Would you believe the goatee was made famous in the 1950s? In prisons? Yeah, I read this. And you got to be reading the stuff I'm reading to really, get into this. But it was common for one of the two bunkmates to have a goatee while the other one did not. Why was this, you ask? The goatee simulated the look of a vagina, and the inmate with the goatee was the one who took the other inmate in his mouth. Yeah, they didn't wax in the 50s, guys. All right, if this is your first time listening, chances are you won't be back. And for those of you who keep coming back for more, you're my kind of fiends. This is how we do it on the Rat's Ass Podcast. You email your thoughts, observations, comments, and questions to me, and I respond to them. All topics are welcome. Nothing's off the table. Just bring them on. Email them to ratsasspodcast@gmail.com. You'll find the Rat's Ass Podcast on Alexa, Spotify, Apple, and most other podcast apps, plus on our Facebook page. You'll never miss an episode if you do that, and you'll never have to dig us up on an app. So follow us on the Facebook. New episodes drop every Tuesday and Thursday. Beware now, I do read your emails in advance. Just kidding. No, I don't. My producer, Fleabag, forwards me your emails with your name, where you're from, and he converts them so I can read them rapid fire on the fly. Did I just whistle? Well, I whistle when I roll dice. It's just a habit. All right, here we go. 2 dice to tell us how many emails we're going to read on this episode, and we're going to do 8. 8. All right, let's get into the cheese. Brianna D. from Denver, Colorado. Denver, Colorado. I call it Denver. Do you really do your podcast naked? Brianna, where would you get that impression? Do I sound like I'm naked? Well, I do. Hope you're not seeing me somewhere right now. Can you see me through no, impossible. I better put a sheet over top of that screen just in case the camera's on. That's a little scary thought. Abner B., Carlsbad, California. If you had 1 minute to give a speech to the world, what would you say? Oh, put me on the spot here. There's so many things I would like to say. I guess you're looking for something that's really, spectacular, right? Something that you can hold on to. Inspirational. I would say have as much sex as you can while you can, when you can. As far as working for a material thing, stop it. It's not important. Save your money. Get as much as you can as soon as possible. Because I'll tell you what, real personal freedom comes when you have enough kiss my ass money. Or F you money. Greenie from Boise, Idaho. I saw The Joker and thought it sucked. Did you see it? Yeah, I did. And I liked it because it was different. It took me down a direction, a path I didn't think we were going to go. I guess having Lady Gaga should have tipped me off that it was a little bit more of a musical. And yeah, it wasn't action-packed. It was a little slow-moving. But I like a story, and it told me a story. So that's what I liked about it, Skip. Bob F. from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Are you going to endorse anyone for president? Nobody gives a rat's ass, Bob. They really don't. But since I say I answer every question, no topics off the table, let me just say I oppose anybody who is against free speech, obviously, and believes more government is the answer to our problems. Justin M., Mesa, Arizona. Justin, you emailed this last week and you got back to me. Okay. You said you wanted to know how to tell the difference between a liberal and a conservative woman. Well, here it is. Liberal women look like Billie Eilish and conservative women look like Margot Robbie. Oh, okay, I gotcha. You're saying liberals wear a bone in their nose and conservatives like to paint their toes. Is that about right? Mike K., Hot Springs, Arkansas. So I just found your podcast and listen to them all. I love the joke about the young bull and the old bull. Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? Got any more jokes with wisdom? God, I got jokes out the yin-yang. Pick a topic, pick a subject, and I'll give you a joke from it. But I told this one yesterday, so it's fresh in my mind. Two guys are walking down the street and come up on a dog licking his doodads. One guy says to the other, God, I wish I could do that. The other guy says, yeah, well, you better pet him first. Dana B., Princeton, New Jersey. I emailed and told you I hooked up with a guy I saw pleasuring himself at a red light in his car when I was looking down from my SUV. Oh, I remember this one. Yes, you got his attention, got him to pull over, and you guys did a little who's your daddy, and you didn't know each other. Well, his name is Kurt, and he did call, and I guess I'm at least a 9. That's right, Dana. I told you he'd call you if you were an 8 or better. So congratulations. I'm glad you had a good time. At least in Kurt's eyes, you're 8 or better. Cassie F. from Yonkers, New York. I wanted to let you know that Bill finally made a move after we went on our 5th date. Oh, I remember this one too. Cassie said she went on a date with Bill 3 times and he didn't make a move on her. She thought he was kind of odd. But she says, I told him no. I'm going to tease him until his gonads explode. Oh, you're going to make him pay? He was being a respectful man, and Cassie, that's just mean. That's just mean. But I got to tell you, Bill might be the type of guy that seeks his pleasure elsewhere if you're holding out on him and bring you a gift that requires medical attention, if you know what I'm saying. Games are for game shows, not for relationships, okay? All right, that's the cheese. And before I get into the extra cheese, remember to keep your emails coming with your thoughts, observations, comments, and questions. And I'll give you my 2 cents that makes no sense on the next podcast on Thursday. Send them to ratsasspodcast@gmail.com. All right, sit up straight. Here comes the extra cheese. We got some good stuff today. In case you missed it last night, Taylor Swift was at the Kansas City Chiefs game. And she was back in the box with Brittany, bumping my homies again. And she looked happy. She looked sexy. I guess she found out that she's now the richest female musician in the world. Taylor is now worth over $1.6 billion with a B. B is in boobs. $1.6 billion. God, she's worth that kind of money, and she still hangs out with Travis Kelce. Now, this guy must be packing a Blue Whale's dork in his jeans. You can Google that one for the funny. It's worth it. There's a new book outlining all of presidential candidate Kamala Harris's accomplishments. And this is true. It's 191 blank pages. Seriously, you can get it on Amazon right now for $13.95 for the paperback. Check it out. Personally, I'd rather spend $13.95 on a nut balm, but you may want that for your collection. Did you know there are 4 ways to tell if your significant other is a cheater? Yeah, we like to dig into this personal relationship stuff. Number 1, if they start dressing to impress. Now, what happens if they already dress to impress? A little harder to figure out. But do their interests suddenly change? Usually they would have a standard routine, but all of a sudden they decide that, I want to take Zumba or Pilates 3 nights a week. I want to go hang out at the gym and pump iron now 3 nights a week. I want to get in shape. Could be a red flag. They begin to alter their daily routine. Like 2 or 3 days a week, they say, well, I need to go shopping. Need to go to the mall for this. I'm going to stop by my friend's house and check out his new Harley. That kind of stuff. Got to be careful. And they start being vague about who they're hanging out with when they're not with you. And we've talked about this before. Okay, when you go out with a friend, you usually say, yeah, I'm going out with Chuck or Janet. But when it's somebody that you don't want them to know, you say, I'm just going to go out with a friend. You don't give the name. We've talked about that before, several episodes back. All right, Zachary Levi, the actor who played the role of Shazam, has endorsed Donald Trump for president, and Shazam! He's now a parking lot attendant. This is a little creepy. Lisa Marie Presley is said to have kept her dead son Benjamin's body at home for 2 months after he passed away. And then Shazam! She woke up one morning and called Uber Hearst to pick him up. Damn, they have Uber service for everything, don't they? Apparently, celebrities that used to hang out with Sean Puffy Combs and do nasty things with his party guests are paying off their victims in advance in order to keep them from exposing who they are. And Shazam! They already told a friend, and we'll find out who those celebrities are anyway. But do we really give a rat's ass about it? That's the question. All right, be sure to email what you want me to rap about on the next episode of the Rat's Ass Podcast to ratsasspodcast@gmail.com. As always, I thank you for listening. And happy birthday to Ty Webb, Clark W. Griswold, and Fletch. Chevy Chase is 81 today. And Shazam! We'll do this again on Thursday, October 9th. And that's the wrap.